What's up, party people? We're back with another 2 dev chats. One is from April 8th and the other one is from April 15th, 2022. Reminder, Paralives is in the pre-alpha development stage. If you want to see where exactly they are, you can take a look at their brand new roadmap, development page, and their social media accounts, as well as their Patreon page. Let's get to the good now. Our first questions are the community voted ones. As of right now, we won't be able to layer multiple necklaces. This is because they might clip into each other and stuff like that. Plus, there's some optimization, like the systems might not allow it to be possible so that the item can be its best quality. It just won't let it be possible. It'd be nice to see some autonomous interactions happen between characters. It would have to be balanced though, since the game is first and foremost a sandbox game. Players should be in charge of the storytelling process between their parafolk. Routines in a life simulation make sense to me. I think it'd be very helpful for players to be able to create routines that can run daily, like a morning routine. I also don't think paras should be able to get attached to their routine. Personally, I would find that frustrating if you had to change the routine and a para just got upset. It's a tool to help players manage the household, not the reason for negative moodlets or emotions, okay? On to general questions. There are tons and tons of aesthetics out there in the world. It would be impossible to include all of them within Paralives, right? Right. There's a lot to consider when making the clothing. For example, there needs to be clothing that works for particular events like weddings or different temperatures like winter. There needs to be items that are a little niche to keep the game interesting and things of that nature. So there's a lot to think about. I love me some lore. How will we find that lore? We'll be able to find lore in objects' descriptions, the history of the town through characters and items, neighborhood stories, and interactions. There might be hidden things to unlock, like a secret zone that you'll need a key for, or something like that. Functional robots or robot parafolk, like servos, won't be included. There might be robots like other toys or decorations. There will be tutorials for build mode, Paramaker, and live mode. There's probably going to be written guides for modding. Landscaping tools will include painting textures and grass on terrain, sculpting terrain, creating lakes and ponds, and placing all sorts of objects like bushes, rocks, trees, and plants. You'll be able to use these tools on your own lot and eventually on the whole town. Keep in mind that the ability to use the terrain tools for the town won't be available until after the release. Let's take a water break, shall we? Go refill your cup and get some water in your body, because I'm gonna be right back. My throat hurts. Okay, water break is over. Let's talk about the live mode questions, shall we? Unfortunately, it just isn't possible for them to create animations for every slider value. When they create an animation, they create it on their 3D model, Charlie. Once the animation is applied to other paras, it's going to be slightly different than the original because of the deformations, aka the slider values. For example, Sebastian's mouth is smaller than Charlie's, so his smile looks different than the original one did. With that in mind, it makes sense to make animations look generic, because it might look a little off on particular paras due to the deformations applied to them. That's why the original smile isn't as intense as you might want it to be, because it could look bad on different paras. Does that make sense? You get it? For reference, this is what the smile looked like on the 3D model Charlie, and this is what it looks like on Sebastian. Who else would love some ghost and folklore stories within Paralives? That would be a ton of fun. Broken toilets, sinks, and showers will produce puddles that kinda grow. They just won't grow forever and flood the house or something like that. In addition, bigger puddles will have more impactful negative effects. Next, we got some build mode related things. How would you feel about furniture having stats? I think that's a good idea, but honestly, Jeremy is right. What if the best fridge is ugly? If there was a floor limit, it would be informed by full floors, split levels, and basements. It is too early to tell how the limit would work. Our final category will be Paramaker related stuff. The longest hair, as of right now, is 50 centimeters in length. There might be longer hairs in the future, but long hair takes work, because you need to make sure that they don't clip in the character or objects too often and other things of that nature. I would love it if paras could take their jackets off at the door, or even their hats, sunglasses, or gloves. I hope they do include something like that. NPCs won't look crazy walking around with layered clothing due to how they've set it up. If the game chooses a piece of layered clothing randomly, it will choose amongst the options that have been chosen for that. You can layer clothing from different categories, like a dress from the full-length category and a sweater from the top category. Through the mod system, you'll be able to add custom patterns. How does that work? Glad you asked. The game will take image files and convert them into recolorable patterns for your clothing. Side note, recolorable is a weird word to say. Handbags and knapsacks don't exist, as of right now, because technically they're not clothing items and there needs to be some adjustments to support them. If they do end up being included, it'll be possible to wear them over most clothing items. Your paras will be able to wear hats over any hairstyle. There still needs to be tests done for how head accessories will combine with scarves, hairstyles, and hats though. Thank you for stopping by and listening to me. I appreciate that you spent some time out of your day for this video. If you're interested in hearing more from me, please subscribe and smack that notification bell to get notified when new videos go up. Keep being awesome. Bye!